My name is John Whistler, and I'm speaking on behalf of the West End Residents Association. I'm here tonight to talk about the housing and transportation components of the plan. One of the most important issues for West End residents is affordable housing. This plan, which is $495 million, has only $1 million that's assured for affordable housing. This is less than 1/4%. Now, does anyone here think that is enough?
No.
Now, the other issue that's of major concern to West End residents is transportation. WERA's issue with the transportation components of the plan is different than the housing components, and it's not the amount that's allocated, or it's not the amount, it's how it's allocated. The current plan talks a lot about improvements for cyclists and pedestrians and public transit. However, when we looked at the details, we didn't see it there. This plan is a greenwash. WERA understands only $5 million has been allocated to the bicycle network, or approximately 1% of the plan. This is simply not enough to provide the upgrades to the existing network. The backbone of the network is now over 15 years old, and it needs significant upgrades. So this $5 million isn't even enough to upgrade the backbone, let alone expand the network. How are we going to get more people on bicycle? WERA supports the recommendation of the Bicycle Advisory Committee for an allocation of $20 million for cycling. We're surprised to see the information bulletin claims the plan includes the completion of the Central Valley Greenway. However, we understand there is no funding for the bridge that's required over the False Creek Flats. So can someone explain to me how one of the most strategic bikeways in this region is going to be complete when the most important connection to the downtown core isn't going to be built? But it says right here, including completion of the Central Valley Greenway. Now, I want to finish off my presentation to talk about the Burrard Bridge, which is of particular concern to West End residents. Improvements for pedestrians and cyclists are not included in this plan. Now, the recent history on this project is very well known. As you know, this council rejected the previous plan, which was to first hold a trial lane reallocation. And if that didn't work, then we were going to go into the widening. So this council decided to go straight forward to the widening. Okay, after 2.5 years of study, we find out the costs have gone from $15 million to $60 million. Now, come on. Either someone was misleading the public or someone was incompetent. It's one or the other. And now this $60 million does not even include the approaches to the bridge, which is going to be another significant capital cost. Now, there is no budget to proceed. Pedestrians and cyclists are left with deplorable conditions. West End residents want improvements to the bridge now. Now, if funds aren't available to widen the bridge, then we need to go back to Plan A, which is a trial lane reallocation. Now, so to support this position, the West End Residents Association partnered with the Society Promoting Environmental Conservation, and we distributed a petition. And so at this time, I'd like to present the petition, and we have 939 names on it. To conclude, the West End Residents Association want a capital plan with more funding for housing, and we want the transportation component reallocated to support the transportation priorities of the city, which is first pedestrians, then cyclists, then public transit.